Morning, everyone. It's 8:56, and this is your pre-opening comment. There's a fair amount to cover, so let's get right to it. Asia and Europe both down. Uh, Futures barely changed since 7 o'clock this morning. Uh, Dow was up 60, currently up 58. Nasdaq up 40, currently up 39, and the S&P 8 up versus 8 up. So nothing going on really. Not the same with Palo Alto Networks, which yesterday reported earnings. Excuse me. And the result of that on the upside was the stock at 179 and change, up $10. Um, this morning, it's been as high as 183 and a half, is 183 and a half, has been as high as 190 and is up 1661 or 9.8%. Coinbase got it right. Also, down a little on their numbers. It was kind of uneventful after the earnings came. The stock had actually closed 62.07, and in the late market was, you know, right around there. It went down a bit to 59.60, came back to 62 and change, currently 61.77, down just 30 cents. Baidu, I don't cover it. I don't really talk about it or any of the Chinese stocks, but they did have a beat, and the stock is 150.90, up 10.08 or 7.1%. Stellantis, which is the old Chrysler, um, a slight beat, and the stock is slightly higher, 17.10, up 49. ZipRecruiter beat on numbers but guided lower. The stock is 1961, and that's down 364 or 15.7%. This is one that kind of slipped by me yesterday. Dillard Department Stores. They missed on revenue and beat on earnings. Their margins went from 41.4 down to 38.7, and the stock between yesterday and today is down 18.3%, 332.44 down 74.21 for the week. Another retail, TJX, which is off-price retail, beat on revenue and also gave somewhat squishy guidance. The stock is 79.35, up 53 cents. So they missed and guided lower, but they approved a $2 billion stock buyback and they raised the dividend 13 cents. I don't know how that makes economic sense. Anybody who doesn't dig down any further than the headline that says that they beat on revenues and they've increased the stock buyback and dividend probably, you know, is happy about it. I mention this and I go into a little more depth here because consumer debt is approaching $1 trillion. The number right now is 986 million. When you factor in what interest rates are doing and credit card rates, I've seen credit card rates as high as 28%. But let's just go with 18%. You know, you're talking about a consumer who's still spending on credit cards and running up debt. The positive in it is that unlike 2008, people actually have equity in their homes. They actually have a decent rate. So I'm guessing we're going to see a little bit of a roll over there where they refi if they have to. and they end up paying more. So the cost is getting much higher. Bullard, who is St. Louis Fed president, a non-voter in the FOMC, came out and said he expects the terminal rate to be about 5 3/8. That's up big. We were looking at uh, 4.8, 4.9. Then somebody said 5 to 5 1/4. Now we're looking at 5 3/8. I don't know whether it works or doesn't work, but that's a pretty high rate considering that we really, with the exception of some of the retailers, we really haven't seen a lot of action here um, in retail sales that looks good. Okay, crude inventories at 1030, down a half a dollar. Not really doing, half a dollar at $76 is not a big deal. Heating oil down another, not even a penny. Gasoline down a third of a penny. That gas is actually up. Hit $1.97.6 last night in the cash market. 190, yeah. So 221 looks a little better. Gold is up a little, and the rest of them are down a little. So this is exactly the reverse. We bought a platinum stock yesterday. Platinum is the only, gold and platinum are the two that are up. Gold is up 2.8, which is really minor, 0.1%. Platinum, on the other hand, is up 550, and that's a little bit better rate-wise. Palladium down. We're in the copper. It's down 4 cents, but it was up almost 12 cents yesterday. Let's take a look at that chart because I'm going to guess that still looks just fine. And people who didn't get into those spreads can try them again this morning. So far, it's an inside day, just like the inside day 2 days ago. And we'll see how we close the day out. But, it wouldn't bother me to see, as long as we hold above this 410, 412, 413 area, I expect it to extend back to the upside. All right, everyone, there you go. Have a good morning. Be careful out there, and don't get fooled by the market. You could always just sit on the sidelines and watch it. We're not competing with the S&P. All right, thanks, guys. I'll be back.